Hello everyone and welcome back to My Hero Academia Season 8, Episode 9. I've been more excited for these episodes than I have been for any of the episodes of the season so far, even though, like, I knew that last episode was incredibly highly rated. I knew that, you know, episode 3 of the season was really highly rated. You know, like, I knew that, like, there was a lot of really crazy reception for a lot of the other episodes, and they were so worth it. I've loved the rest of the season. But this is what I've been waiting for, the epilogue stuff. Like, because I've been wanting to see, like, how these characters, you know, how their relationships grow after this, how this changes things, what ends up happening with all these characters. That's been my biggest want, you know, because I've loved this show for so long that just, like, I really just want to see more scenes of their relationships with one another. So we're gonna get 3 episodes of epilogue, right? Episode 9, 10, and 11, I believe, are all epilogue episodes. This one, I saw the title had the Todorokis family in it, which makes sense because it's one of the most prevalent and most you know, well-regarded side plots of the series. Is the Todorokis family side plot, and so, like, it makes sense if they, like, you know, have a decent chunk of this episode wrapping that up, however they're gonna wrap that up, and I'm really curious to see that. Now, I imagine stuff that I'm really mostly excited to see is gonna be, like, next episode or the episode after, which is, like, probably, like, Uraraka stuff is a big thing that I want, because yeah, I'm just, as I've said before, Uraraka is, like, one of my favorite fictional characters of all time, and it may be the last time that I see her whenever her epilogue stuff comes up. And so, you know, I need to take in every last bit of content that I can. But at the time I'm recording this, I'm pretty sure the final episode of the subbed version came out today, which is crazy. I'm avoiding spoilers like crazy. I've tried not even, like, excuse me, I'm hiccuping. Sometimes, you know, I follow YouTube channels who are watching the subbed version of MHA, and when I see their reaction to it pop up, as soon as I recognize it as an MHA video, as soon as I do, I click on the YouTube 3 dots and I click hide. And I deleted emails that I got about, like, you know, about them posting Patreon clips, because I didn't even want to read, like, if they said, oh, this was a great ending or whatever. Like, I don't want to read anything. So I don't know anything about them because I've been trying so hard to stay spoiler free. Anything that I would have known about it, I would have been when I, you know, heard people talking about it when the manga had that ending. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna jump into this episode. I can't wait. Episode 9 of Season 8. Make sure to support the video, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Go to my Patreon account for the full-length reaction, as well as early access and exclusive videos for all the videos on this channel, as well as my Jent Watches One Piece channel. But yeah, let's jump into this My Hero Academia Season 8, Episode 9.
We're expecting clear skies across North America
It's America.
today. Originally, I predicted a stormy week ahead of us.
Hello, weather girl.
Allow me to apologize.
We talked about this, Meryl. No more ad-libs.
No. What impact will that wind have on this battle-weary world?
I like that
Let's
she goes
take a
on these
closer look
tangents.
at the forecast.
That's funny. I'm kind of shocked she didn't get let go.
Here, I could take that from
Oh my god, it's the fucking Egyptian guy! Whoa! Is this his first time being shown in a canon material? Well, like, you know, in the TV show, I guess, I mean. Because the movie's a different canon.
Reconstruction efforts that had been stalled since Jakku are now being completed at incredible speeds.
Awesome. Oh, look at all these heroes.
Once the
so
fighting
cool.
ended, lots of aid and resources started pouring in from overseas.
Yeah, so these are
especially
overseas
from the
heroes.
United States.
After watching the heroic battles, we couldn't stand back and do nothing. You hear?
We can begin. No problem.
Oh,
Let's get
that's
to
cool.
work.
Pretty soon.
Things will never be back to normal.
Oh,
We saw you fight, so we knew the extent of your injuries before
yeah,
operating.
this doctor.
This was the best. We did all we could.
Okay.
but there's no guarantee that rehab will make it functional again. If you could rely on a prosthesis like Mirko.
That's true. She's pretty badass with it. Oh.
I need my hand. It's how I use my quirk.
Okay, we'll do the rehab hard then.
I don't care how much pain and torture rehab is. Get me started now.
Train
Hell
lightly
yeah.
until the docs say otherwise. That heart has got to heal first, young man.
Yeah, the heart, of course.
Stitching a CPR, you'd be dead right now.
Yeah. Take care of your
I
heart,
have
dude.
no idea how to blast yourself several kilometers through the air afterwards. Your
Yeah, you
life
shouldn't
was
have left
saved,
the ER.
and you did your part.
You awake?
Oh, All Might's at his side. Never thought All Might would survive to the end
How
of
do
the
we end
show.
up in the same room?
Tsukauchi had a word with the staff.
I see.
Oh, this is like the end of
There's a
season
shortage
1,
of
right?
rooms, and we're easier to guard this
They were
way.
both in a hospital room together at the start of season 1, right?
Are you any better?
They told me they've
And end
never
of
put
season
this
one,
many
not start.
screws in one person before.
But I couldn't save Tenko's life.
Oh, you
Even
did.
after I reached
did
his
a great
heart
job.
and shattered the hatred inside.
I think what matters is the look he had on his face when he finally passed.
Yes.
Good luck. Do your damn best.
If that crying boy wasn't anywhere to be found,
Then you did your
I
job.
think
But I can still feel an ember of it smoldering within me.
For how long?
How are you walking around, son?
Kachan, I'm so glad you're okay.
Please forgive us, All Might. Apologies to you too, Izuku.
Aw.
Did you just say there's only a number?
Yeah, I don't think you two can compete anymore.
You don't mean that. No.
Oh. He's back to being quirkless.
Quirkless again?
For a little while, I got to live out an incredible dream.
Oh, I like that Bakugo's taking it the hardest.
What did you do to pass the exam? You must have cheated somehow,
Yeah,
right?
go back to bullying him.
I guess I'll just...
Oh.
What, John?
The one eye coming out. What, Chan? Oh, good job, Dad.
What did I do to you? I guess I thought it'd be like before. We keep competing.
Oh, the voice actor.
after each other our whole lives.
You've got to cut that out. I bet you're just emotional because you got banged up.
I mean,
the
you two
of
can also just be
continue to grow
friends.
stronger together. You inspire everyone to action. You're a great hero to the entire world. And without you, I wouldn't be alive to say any of this.
I feel like to Bakugo, this is like when All Might lost his
You're
power.
an amazing hero too.
He lost someone he looks up to
Thank you both.
in hero work.
I mean that.
Oh. They're so cute.
When I was a kid, I kind of figured that everyone would live in
at that
harmony
smile.
if there was no fighting.
Oh.
Our story can't come to an end yet.
Baraka.
Not until we chart a bright future for this world.
Oh.
We have to
That
go
scar.
beyond.
Oh, it's being rebuilt. That's so cool. I don't know why, but just it's very cool to see UA being. What the fuck is this? Whoa!
In June, held for the upperclassmen at UA.
Ah.
You fought hard and displayed true bravery.
Yes, Hado!
Cherry blossoms are all gone. At least you get a bumping send-off courtesy of UA's resident.
He's trying so hard to make it awesome.
I thought it would be more formal. This is a
Does Mirio not get his graduation because he had to delay it?
But when I'm happy, it's like they're not even there.
She's so cute.
Of global influence, Principal Ness.
That makes a lot of sense.
What's the BPM?
He loves just
He
throwing
spurred
money at the
other
problems.
nations to action. Our wise principal had prepared for what would come after the war.
That's so good. He's so great.
He's treating it like a rap battle. How cool!
Is it though? Little much.
Drop some bars.
Mirio! Okay, maybe he does get to graduate.
So it means a lot to us that you showed up. So much recently. Life hasn't returned to a baseline. Our 3 years here trained
They're
us
all
for what
still on
comes
their
next.
back.
Today is a celebration. We need a society where everyone can laugh and smile. That's
Yeah.
the dream. That's
Like
our
Night Eye
ultimate
said.
goal.
I know you're watching, right, Night Eye?
Yeah.
Oh, current and future students.
Oh.
See ya!
Whoa!
This is a
The beauty
graduation
pageant
tradition.
girl.
I wouldn't be your homeroom teacher.
Oh, he's staying for year
These aren't
2.
normal times.
That's awesome.
Let's make it a good year.
Oh, I want to see year 2.
Guess that's one hurdle cleared.
Shouldn't you be in the hospital?
I just got it. It would be weird if we weren't all together today.
Yeah.
When you start making sense.
What?
Scott John.
Come in.
Who's coming in? Airy? I don't know why I thought Airy. It's in a uniform.
Oh! Adieu. I'm leaving UA High.
What?
Wait, I want to take responsibility for my life.
Okay.
Here is because All for One told me to. I
Yeah,
don't
if you-
deserve a graduation like today's.
Aww.
And set out on the hero's path once again. I'm not sad, because after all,
The
I got to take each one of you by the hand.
Deku's new hairstyle's kind of cool.
Someday, I'll proudly stand by your sides again.
Okay, Aoyama.
Dude, you're killing me here. Do not weep for me. This shouldn't be a Behold, your new classmate.
Okay.
Surprise.
Yay! He joined 1A! That's so cool.
Is it now the time to discuss my farewell party? Aw,
crap, my quirk is still glitching. Don't look!
Don't!
I'd like if you were visible all the time and you could choose when to turn it on. Aww.
I got it! We're blessed!
Okay, Mineta.
With disaster zone reconstruction, I'll be your representative, your main point of contact.
Yeah, I've seen this
In
go a
addition
lot.
to the ongoing restoration project.
If I'm not mistaken, All for One came to power in a
How are
time
you
like
still
this.
scruffy?
That worked,
Brush your
old
hair.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in this geezer's class back in the day.
Yeah.
You never had the pleasure of getting expelled, right? I'm jealous. We were such a spoiled bunch.
That's where
He
I
kept
know
saying
her
he
from.
wanted us to face our deaths.
Back in his
Scary times.
expelled
That's quite
class.
enough, Fua. You may go.
She's so cute.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that I like that hairstyle for Deku.
Can't believe there are new first years. As of tomorrow, we'll be the upperclassmen.
Are we gonna see the new
Never get
first
a chance
years?
to rest. Hey, why don't you give another big speech?
Sarah, why would you bring that up right now?
Have some tact.
Yeah, that's the
Guys,
first time
come on.
Uraraka's
I
spoken.
like that speech.
Did the doctors give you that haircut? I hope it grows out again real soon.
Oh, but it's kind of cool.
I see that. I think it looks great.
Aww.
Will you make it to the farewell party?
Oh my god, are you thinking about how much you're in love with Uraraka?
I'm heading this direction.
Okay.
I'm gonna be fine.
That seemed like a reassuring smile. But you gotta face your family right now, right? So you're nervous.
The same goes for you, but you're here. Come on, don't fight.
I know, Mom.
You got all those
But still.
scars.
I'm not here out of a sense of obligation. I doubt any of us
Are they somehow coming to see Darby? Is Darby...
He's able to talk, but only for a few minutes.
Is he alive?
He's on a slow march towards death. It's all that
Yeah.
awaits Toya Todoroki.
Oh, fuck. Jesus, dude.
Toya, I'm retiring from hero.
Yeah, that makes sense, dude. Most of your body's
That's
gone.
what I owe. Besides, I can't even stand on my own anymore.
Yeah.
It's a little late to flatter me, though, coward.
The fire burning inside of you is my hell flame.
Yeah.
Despite what anyone, I'll be here.
Oh.
I know it's long.
Such a shame that it happened this late.
Let's talk.
There's something I wanted to ask you. Big brother, what's your favorite
Oh
thing
yeah,
to
he
eat?
wanted to find out.
He's used the last of his strength.
No, come
Let
on.
him sleep.
No!
Try again tomorrow.
Please say it at this last second.
Soba.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's mine too.
Oh.
Our paths will cross. I'll force them to.
They both like soba. Oh.
Shoto.
Didn't he burn out his tear ducts?
I'm proposing to my girlfriend.
Oh, good.
It won't be a wedding. You won't meet her.
Okay, Natsu. That's
I'm sorry,
understandable.
son.
But you came to this.
And trying to make up for my mistakes. You don't
I
owe
think
the
you should
world
also
anything
live your
else.
life.
I'll take it.
It'll be hell.
That's hell you're walking into.
But that's the dance I agreed to.
The dance. Oh.
Why'd you have
Darby's
to say that?
dance.
It's the first time I ever thought you were cool, Dad. What now, Shoto?
I've got everyone in Class A beside me, so I'm good. With them, I can become who I want to be.
He has normal parents. That's so nice.
Yikes! That was so fast!
Oh my god, I forgot about this guy.
I'm starving you, please!
The nerve! Can't you say something more encouraging to the boss?
So this is hell.
Nah, this is just another day for him.
But someone's still watching.
Hawks! Oh, that makes so much sense. That's your best friend right there.
So brave.
And Hawks, are you still a hero even without your quirk?
Hey, Mr. Mayor, it's Hawks, the new Public Safety Commission president.
Ah, that makes so much sense. That makes a lot of sense. Great. That was a fucking 5-minute episode again. What the fuck, man? Oh, there's only 2 more episodes left of the show. And, like, oh gosh. Oh gosh, oh gosh. I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle upcoming Uraraka stuff, because I know it's coming. I mean, she barely spoke in this episode, and I think it's on purpose. Like, they're saving her. I mean, and also, like, she said something in this episode, and, like, Deku had, like, a reaction to it. So, like, I think they're going to have a really heartfelt talk. You know, whether or not it ends up in actual romance, which I feel like it might. I feel like it might be, like, a canon couple. But I feel like also a lot of the time with series like this, you know, they do the will they, won't they, but then at the end it's like they kind of can't be together because they both have their own goals or whatever. And so we'll see. But oh man, I can't wait. But also it's gonna hurt a lot. This is like, sometimes people will say, and I've heard people say this about shows before, is that like, oh, I loved that show. I never watched the final episode, or I never watched the final season or whatever, because I didn't want it to end. Like, I didn't want to you know, say goodbye to it. I didn't want to know that I was done. And like, whenever I heard that, I was like, I kind of get it, but at the same time, like, what you're doing is you're depriving yourself of extra content, you know? Like, if I loved something so much, I would want to get as much of that content as I could, and I would want to see how it ended. I would want to, like, experience all of that for myself, because otherwise it's like I'm actually just getting less of it, even if I love it so much. Like, even if I'm saying goodbye to it, I'd be saying goodbye to it by not watching the final episode and deciding I wasn't going to watch it for a while anyway. That's always what I kind of felt. But like, watching these episodes has been the closest I've ever felt to that, where it's like I'm excited for next week and the week after, but actually I'm kind of dreading it. Like, not just because, oh, it's gonna be the you know, I'm not gonna get any more MHA episodes, but also like, just like saying goodbye to these characters. Like, I'm kind of scared to see the epilogue episodes, because then it's gonna really feel like they're moving on, and getting that feeling is going to be scary to me, because when you care this deeply about a show, I feel like it just does feel kind of like parasocial in a way, you know? Like, it does feel like these are my friends. And so I'm actually very scared of these upcoming episodes, because it will be pretty much confirmation that I won't see them again in canon content, you know, like in the main series. I'm like, maybe, I mean, Vigilantes I'm not going to see new content from necessarily at all, because I've read the manga of Vigilantes. So it's like, I already know what to expect from that. I've already read it. But like, you know, unless I mean, they could do a movie, but I feel like a movie's gonna be like back in the past, you know, like it's probably gonna be like it's not going to be continuing on in the story, and I feel like I don't feel as attached when it's like this one was actually set between seasons 6 and 7. Like I'm not going to be as attached to that sort of story as I would us continuing with these characters. So it's like, it's really sad to me, which is why I've said before, I would have wanted My Hero to be like a One Piece series, you know? Like One Piece has 1,100 something episodes. I'm currently almost caught up on One Piece. I'm at episode 1,120 of One Piece. And it's got like 1,152 or something at the time I'm recording this. So like I'm almost caught up with One Piece. But the thing is, like, when I catch up with One Piece, it won't be over yet. I still have a while until it's over. Not a crazy long time because it's coming towards the end, but I still don't have to say goodbye yet. And so that's a different feeling to me. But with My Hero, like, I know I'm actually going to be saying goodbye, and I don't imagine there's going to be any more. So yeah, it's going to hurt. It already hurts. Like I've got this empty feeling in my chest. But that's the thing about great media. Like there are a lot of people who don't like MHA, and like fine, fair enough. But like they can never take this feeling away from me. This feeling of how much I care about the series. Also this like fucking hell, this ending is so good that like I can't imagine myself even being lukewarm on this ending, let alone hating it like some people did in the manga apparently. I just can't imagine it. Like it's so great to me. Like even if this episode was the final episode of the series, if it was, I would be like, they didn't wrap up everything, right? Like I would definitely say like, I didn't get Uraraka scenes, I didn't get this, I didn't get that, right? I would definitely, and we didn't get to see like where they go from here. If this was the final ever episode, I would say there's a little more that I wanted from it, for sure. But I would not say it's a bad ending. Like even if it ended right here, I can't even imagine saying it's a bad ending. Like sometimes there are endings that have like one thing that's unfulfilled, or a few things that are unfulfilled, or things that feel kind of bad, and they hate it. I can't picture that. Yeah, to me this is just already, this ending is great. I don't know what you could possibly do to ruin it in the next 2 episodes. So yeah, oh, incredible. But oh my gosh. I'm trying to take in my notes. I'm trying to read them because I haven't talked about any of my notes. I've just gone off on a tangent. So Bakugo lost movement of his arm for now, but he might be able to rehab it back, and he's like a really hard worker. So like rehab is like partially, luck, that sometimes your body won't recover, but a lot of it is also effort and will as well, like the will to be able to do it. And Bakugo's got effort and will flowing out his butt. Like he's really just down to luck at that point, but he's not gonna hold back on effort and will. So I feel like he's going to heal that arm. But that, oh my gosh, like the scene of him coming into the room to see Deku and All Might and finding out that he lost the quirk, and like I love that Deku's not crying over the quirk, Bakugo's crying. Like I think that's so perfect that like Bakugo's taking it the hardest, because to me that's perfect. Like All Might knew this is where how the quirk should end, and like that's perfect, right? Deku feels like he's satisfied what he wanted to do as a hero. I mean, yeah, he doesn't need to do anything else. He saved the world. Like he's satisfied when it comes to hero work. He still probably wants to help people. He still wants to be a hero, but he doesn't need to. And I mean, he's got, as he said, he has an ember. So he's going to be like All Might. He's probably going to fight for as long as he can until that ember goes away. And maybe that's going to be half a year. Maybe that's going to be 10 years. Like, we don't know. But it's not going to last his life. But that's fine. So yeah, I love that. But yeah, with Bakugo, it's like I compare it to when he saw All Might retire. Like All Might didn't die. He didn't lose him out of his life, right? He still had the mentor, but what he lost was like the aspiration. He lost this like figure that he was chasing after. All Might was this incredible figure that he's following, and Deku and Bakugo both lost that on that day, which and that's the scene of Deku in the disguise, like crying like that and like wiping away all the tears. Like that's what that is. And also Deku was also crying because he knew like it was his turn now, right? That was also the thing. But so like for Bakugo, like it's all happening again. Deku was another person that inspired him, that pushed him forward, that he was chasing after, and he's lost that now because like even though Deku can still do hero work and even though Deku's still around, it's not going to be the same. Like Deku unfortunately isn't going to only be going up from here. He's just going to be plateauing / going down from here. You know, doesn't mean in terms of how good of a person he is or even how good of a hero he is. Maybe he can still be a great hero, even quirkless. You know, can I is it possible to become a hero even if I don't have a quirk? Maybe at the end here, Deku will be completely quirkless and still be a great hero. But it's definitely not. He's not going to reach the heights. You know, the potential isn't going up. The potential of his power. The thing that Bakugo is chasing after, that's no longer going to keep going up. So yeah, like it's like that's heartbreaking to see. So Aoyama left UA, which makes a lot of sense. I think like he wants to, like he doesn't need to. That's the thing, is like they all welcomed him back and like he didn't need to leave UA. But it's clearly like what he wants to do, and I think he would feel like this constant imposter syndrome if he didn't go through things his own way. So it seems like he wants to work at it and then come back and go through a hero course again, maybe, and like actually make himself worthy of, in his mind, of being a hero, which is a long journey, but I think he can do it. But they replaced him with Shinzo, which makes so much sense. Like that really lines up. I didn't think about like literally swapping out those two students, but that makes a lot of sense. Is to see Shinzo join their class there. So that's gonna be very nice. But yeah, I was in the middle of a thought a while back, but I got sidetracked, which is I was saying that I wanted this show to be another One Piece. Like I wanted to see year 2, you know, and then I wanted to see year 3. And there's a universe out there where Horikoshi made a really long series. I mean, how many episodes is MHA total? I have to find out real quick. Around 170 episodes, I think. Wait, does this episode... This episode... Yeah, it's 170 episodes. Okay, so the show is 170 episodes. That's really not that much. I guess I'm just thinking of One Piece, but that's like... that's less than the Wano arc of One Piece. And yet it feels like such a huge journey. Man, it's amazing what normal pacing for an anime does when you think about it in comparison to the Wano arc of One Piece. But yeah, so... 168 episodes. So like, let's put that at 200 episodes. Man, imagine if MHA was 600 episodes, dude. Like honestly, to me, that just seems so great. That would just be so perfect is just to do 600 episodes, going through all 3 years of the show. And then even at the end, I'm sure I would be like, I want to see more. But like, at least then, I'm not like, I didn't just see year 1, you know? Because yeah, it's so sad to me. But it makes sense, you know? They don't want to make 24 seasons of this show. But I want it really badly. So yeah, I seeing, you know, Shinso join, like, we're not going to be able to see him as part of the class, but it would be amazing. Also cool seeing Fuwa, who was in one of Aizawa's old classes, because I'd seen her several times, and I was trying to clock throughout the episode, like, because we saw her earlier in this episode, and we saw her in a previous episode this season, I'm pretty sure. And I keep clocking her design, and I keep going like, I know her design, we've seen her in the show before, but like, why have I seen her design? And then I remembered, I think it was in the flashback when Aizawa showed him expelling all his students, and she was there, and I remember, like, I was like, wow, that design is incredible. Like, I was like Horikoshi cooked with that design, and he knows that he did because he brought that character back. But like, that's another thing, is that I love Horikoshi's character design and art style for My Hero. It's my favorite art style in anything. MHA's style of character design is the peak of character design to me. So I'm really sad to be saying goodbye to that. To just the fact that, like, that feeling of like seeing Fuwa's character design and being like, oh my god, she's so cute. That's another cute MHA girl to add to my list, right? Like, seeing that and feeling that feeling has gone away. I'm probably not gonna see any more, like, you know, wholly original cute MHA girls that are being added to the list. Yeah, it's very sad, because like, even, you know, going through Vigilantes, like when I was reading the Vigilantes manga, there's a lot of new you know, a lot of new characters in Vigilantes, and they're in the same style. They're in that Horikoshi style, which I like, but they don't have like one element. I don't know what the element is. It's some sort of je ne sais quoi about the character designs that, like, they're not. It doesn't quite feel like Horikoshi, and it's not. It's Betancourt or whatever his name is, I think. It's a different artist altogether, and you can, like, just a little bit tell, you know, even though it's in Horikoshi's character design style. But yeah, I love it, man. And then we got to see the wrap up of the Todoroki thing, which is they're going to see Dabi, they're talking to him. Shoto got to actually ask him what his favorite food is, and he answered, and it's soba, and they both like soba, and so they can both compare, they can both connect over that. So like, just, yeah, it's so simple, you know, that these two characters just connect over this food. But like, Horikoshi set it up nicely earlier with him wanting to know what Dabi's favorite food was, and he finally got to ask. So I really like that. And yeah, I'm actually kind of at the point where I think Endeavor, you know, doesn't need to put it on himself as much. Like, it feels like he's gonna be living the rest of his. He said, "I'm gonna live the rest of my life like apologizing and making up for my mistakes." And good. Spend the rest of your life like making up for it. But I think part of making up for it is like now living a good life. Living a life that's good to other people, but also good to yourself, I think. But in saying that, that's how I was feeling throughout the scene. And I was going to go deeper into that, but I feel like I felt better about it at the end of the scene when two things happened. Well, three things happened. One, his wife's still pushing his wheelchair at the end. Like, it just feels like Rei is going to stay by his side throughout this, right? That's going to help a lot. Two is we saw Burnin and his driver and like these other characters that work at his agency like right with him, and they have so much energy, and they're saying, let's go get a drink. Like he's got this support system still around him, right? And so like they're not gonna let him wallow in his despair all the time. They just won't. Like Vernon is not gonna just sit there while he whines about everything. She's gonna say, get up off your ass, we're going to have a drink, you know? So like I got that. And then number 3 is him getting the text message from Hawks, because like that he's got a best friend. Like that's what helps so much, is like knowing Hawks is gonna put joy in his life as well. So it's like I was worried that like the rest of his life would be miserable, because he, like even Natsu said, like that sounds like hell. But then, you know, we see his support system, and Ray says, so this is hell, which is just like, oh, so hell is just gonna be like, is gonna be dealing with this with great people around us who are kind of annoying. Sounds great, you know? But like to see that makes me more comfortable in where he's going, because I think he's going to be okay, and I think he's gonna live probably the happiest life that he's ever lived in these final years, however long he's gonna live from now on. I think he's gonna be the happiest he's ever been, because he feels more content with his family. He doesn't feel the rage about All Might. He doesn't feel the stress of being #1 hero. And like, even though he's making up for his sins, and he probably feels the guilt harder than he ever has, it also probably feels so much better knowing that he's working at it now, rather than sometimes like when I feel so much guilt for something, like the guilt is so much stronger when I feel like when I'm trying not to feel guilty about it, you know? Like when I'm bottling that guilt up, it's so much worse than when I've like confronted that and I'm trying to do something about it to make up for it. Then at least I can release some of that guilt. Natsu's still bitter about everything, but that makes so much sense. And I kind of like the way, I really like the way they wrote it, where it's like, he's like, look, I'm going to ask the girl I'm seeing to get married to me. It's going to be a small wedding. Like there's going to be no wedding. Like you're not coming. You're not going to meet her, right? He's still bitter. He still wants to create distance between them. He can't just like forgive that easily and get rid of it all. So he says all of that. But at the same time, like he doesn't leave immediately. He doesn't storm out. He came to see Darby, and also he stays behind and says like, well, what are you gonna do? What's everyone gonna do? And then at the end he even says like, that's the first time I've ever found you cool, which I think it just means like, at least I have a bit of a positive impression on you now, you know? Like I think even if he said something like that ages ago, Natsu wouldn't have found it cool, because the rage doesn't let you. But the fact that he found that cool means that his body has let go of some of that rage. Because like, do you ever, this is like a toxic trait of mine that I have worked to improve about myself, but it hasn't fully gone away, and it won't for maybe my entire life, but just at the very least for a long time, which is the jealousy of like someone else that's better than you, right? Where sometimes I will see, especially if there's someone who's quite similar to me, and like I'm in a situation where I meet someone, generally a guy, just because of toxic masculinity, I guess. Like I'm not going to pretend I'm immune to it. But if there's a guy who comes into my space and I don't know much about him, and he's just really funny and charismatic and maybe attractive, and he's just a really cool guy, and he's making everyone else around him laugh and like getting them all entertained, right? Like I will get very jealous of that person, right? Even if I'm like laughing at stuff they're doing or whatever, I still know I feel jealous of that person. And I know when it's jealousy at this point in my life, rather than just like this person's a douchebag. Like I've trained myself to go like, no, this is you feeling jealous. It's fine to feel jealous. Feeling jealous is a fine feeling to have. Everyone has it. It's not fine to take that out on anyone. It's not fine to make this person feel smaller, or to try to take the attention away from them, or do any of that. That's not okay. I'm not gonna change anyone else's behavior. I just need to acknowledge that I feel jealous and let it go. And like the feeling's not gonna go away fully, but it does aid the feeling quite a lot, and sometimes it does make it go away like 99.5%, you know, where it's like I just accept, you know what, I'm jealous of this person, and that's fine. Lean into it, like just be friends with this person. But that feeling, like what it does is it really does tighten you, where you're like, oh my god, that was a funny joke, and you get angry about it. Instead of laughing at it, it makes it's frustrating, you know. Or when you just hate someone just for like a legitimate reason, they're a dickhead, they did something horrible to you or whatever, and then, you know, they will make a joke in a group and people will laugh at it, and you won't laugh because you're like, fuck this dude, you know, like fuck this person, I hate this person, and you legitimately don't find the joke funny. Whereas if your best friend made the exact same joke in the exact same cadence with the exact same timing, you would be like keeling over laughing, right? Your stomach would hurt from laughing. And so like that's the thing, is like our body actually rejects that. We just it's not even just out of spite that I'm just like, I find that really funny, but I'm not gonna laugh at that. I don't do that. It's actually your body goes, nope, you're closed off, and that the humor of that sentiment isn't going to make it through your heart. And that feeling of like being fully closed off like that is something that is really hard to get rid of. So the fact that Natsu can look at Endeavor after he says something like that and say, I actually found you cool there, means it's healing a bit, means it's opening, means there's cracks. You can see the cracks in my fingers there. Now there's cracks in there. And I think eventually it's gonna be like this, you know, where there's wide enough holes that there can be a relationship there. I'm jiggling my boobs. There's wide enough holes that you can fit through some more love in there. And then you can just have like a naturally strained relationship with him. But that's so many years down the line. Like I imagine that could be in like 10 years time. They can have the occasional dinner. And I feel like he will introduce his fiance to Endeavor. I feel like he will. Like not soon, not anytime soon. But I think if he's going the distance with whoever this girl is, then yeah, absolutely. That would be that seems like that's something that could happen. So yeah, that's what I feel about that situation. But also Hawks is the president of the safety commission, which, yes, that fucking makes so much sense, and that fits so nicely because he doesn't have his quirk anymore. So he's got to take a different role. He can't, I mean, he was like the fastest hero alive. It was so difficult for him to take a step back from that. But for him to now be like, okay, I'm now going to take on the safety commission, because then he can fix up problems, right? Like, safety commission wasn't perfect to him. It wasn't too bad to him. It was bad to Lady Nagant for sure. I think it was probably kind of bad to Hawks, but not like so horrible, you know? But then again, I guess maybe it was so horrible to Hawks, but we never got to see that. Because I think what Lady Nagant said to Hawks was like, you've probably been put through as much as I have, and yet you still have that smile on your face. You know, how can you still have that expression? So I imagine there's a lot of dark stuff that Hawks has had to do. But I don't know, when they showed the Lady Nagant stuff, it was like really, there was some really horrible stuff that I was thinking like, I don't feel like Hawks would have done all of this. Hawks still had to do what needed to be done. He killed twice, you know? He still had to kill villains and stuff. But with Lady Nagant, she was like killing villains before they even fully committed crimes, right? That was part of the thing, is like, at one point she like massacred an entire room of people and they were like, wait, we were just talking, we hadn't done anything yet, and she still killed them all, you know? So I feel like the safety commission improved a little bit after Nagant, probably because of Nagant, because Nagant, like, you know, because of how everything happened, they probably changed their, well, I think she killed Who did she kill one of the leaders of the Hero Commission? Or did she not, but they fully blamed everything on her? I feel like she killed one of the Hero Commission people. And if that's the case, then the Hero Commission, yeah, probably would have changed its things, because it's like, hey, we're breeding heroes that hate the Hero Commission, and so they're just gonna, you know, we don't want to have our leader keep being killed by the people we train, and also, you know, if that guy was the main reason all of that was happening, then whoever came on next might have had better intentions, which was the lady, right? She's dead now, I believe. But that lady, I don't even know how to describe her. The sort of older lady with like short hair. I think she was the leader of the Hero Commission, right? The Hero Safety Commission or whatever it's called. So Hawks being the leader, he can like rectify some of those mistakes. I wonder if Lady Nagant can be involved at all, because she's now up and about. I imagine they lessened her sentence. I mean, she's a jailbreaker. She left Tartarus or whatever. But I imagine they got to lessen her sentence for the service she did for the world, you know? Like, she helped save the world. You gotta... I don't think you should pardon her crimes, but lessen it quite a lot, I think. Same with Gentle. Obviously, pardon Gentle. He barely did anything in the first place. Pardon that man. I'm not gonna say he didn't do anything. He did some crimes, but now, you know, punishment is time served. He went to jail. Not only did he go to jail, he then stayed in jail voluntarily. And then he helped out the world and saved the world. Pardon that man and let him be happy with fucking, what's her name? La Brava. Jesus Christ. Iba is her name, right? So yeah, let her be. Let her and him be together forever. Absolutely. But yeah, who do I want to get epilogues from? Who do I want to see where they end up, right? I'm pretty sure there's a time skip. I think that's something I've been spoiled on. I'm pretty sure there'll be a time skip. Maybe in the final episode. Because I don't imagine what we're seeing now is the time skip, right? I think what we're seeing now is the progression. I mean, this is like a few months after, right? So this is like nothing. I imagine there's going to be like at least like a couple years time skip, like to after they've graduated to when they're like full heroes. That's what I'm guessing. Who do I want like a full epilogue of? I want to see what happens to Gentle. I want to see, and like, I'm going to say right now, if these things don't happen, I'm okay with it. Genuinely. Like, I think the only thing I would be like quite upset about is if I didn't get Uraraka stuff, but that's not going to happen. I know I'm going to get Uraraka stuff. So the ones that I want to see, but it's okay if I don't, but I want to see Gentle. I want to see Lady Nagant. I would like to see Eri. I want to see Eri. I would love to see Eri singing a song for Deku. That would be amazing. But it doesn't need to happen, but I would like it, you know? I would love to see who else do I want to see? I want to see where Invisible Girl ends up, because we saw her sort of glitching out in this in the classroom again, and it seems like it only happens around Aoyama, and Aoyama's leaving now. But I think it would be good if it's glitching out because her quirk is actually awakening to the point where she can fully control it. So I would love if she could be fully visible most of the time and turn invisible at will, like most other people can use their quirks, you know? That would be great. So I want to see where she ends up. Obviously I want to see where what Mirio is doing. I want to see, like, you know, what if he's the #1 hero? That wouldn't fully surprise me if he is the #1 hero for at least a few years, and then, I don't know, Bakugo takes over. I can see Bakugo being the #1 hero, yeah, absolutely, in a heartbeat. I think, like, give it a few years. Here's what I think. Here's my prediction. I don't necessarily think this is definitely going to happen, but here's what I would think would make the most sense to me. Mirio, as soon as he's graduated, which he's graduated now, as soon as he's out of there, he becomes #1 hero. Like, he's just so good, and his power is so strong, and he's also like such a shining beacon. And also because Night Eye saw in him that he was going to become, like, you know, the greatest hero. Like, I feel like he's going to be #1 hero for 3 years. 3 full good years of Mirio. Then Bakugo is going to graduate. Bakugo graduates after 2 years. Then Bakugo spends a year, you know, proving himself. And then eventually it's going to be a tight race where Bakugo just takes over. Maybe even Bakugo and Mirio could go back to back and like push each other continuously. Deku's going to be up there as well. I don't think Deku's going to be the #1 hero. I don't with the Embers. I think he could with the Embers if he went all out, but I feel like you gotta save some of those Embers. You know, you can't be going full throttle with them. So I feel like, you know, with Bakugo's incredible growth, like, I don't see Deku being higher. But I mean, it's also popularity. Deku saved the world. So actually, maybe he would be, but mostly because of the popularity vote, rather than like how much he solves, how much time, how many crimes he solves. But yeah, so that's what I see. And then I see Bakugo holding the title for a long time, especially since it feels like Deku and Bakugo, you know, they were both going after All Might's dream, and the show feels like it has tried to show us that, like, they're moving in step with one another. Even though Deku's the main character, it didn't feel like the show was going, Deku is a better hero. It didn't. It felt like it was saying, look, they're both moving at the same time and pushing each other and continuously pushing forward. Because, yeah, Deku beat Shigaraki and the All for One within Shigaraki, but Bakugo beat All for One. Like, that's... Bakugo beat All for One in his original body. Deku, with the help of everyone, beat All for One in Shigaraki's body. I don't know. I don't think it's comparable. Like, I think they're both... Like, it's apples and oranges. They both have their advantages and disadvantages. And Bakugo helped with the All for One in Shigaraki as well. So, like, I think they've both done incredible feats of heroism. And I don't think I can confidently say, like, yeah, Deku's the best hero and he did the best, like, he did the strongest, hardest thing to do. I can't say that confidently. I mean, I do think it's really hard to change Shigaraki the way that he did. That's Deku's greatest achievement, is to, like, be able to have Shigaraki recognize those flaws within himself. That's true heroism right now, and I don't think Bakugo even could have done that. But if we're just talking about pure acts of action, they're pretty even in my eyes. So because of that, I feel like it makes a lot of sense for Bakugo to be #1 hero. I think it fits with the themes of the show and what they've set up for these characters. Because Deku has sort of taken a step back. He's taken himself not out of the running, but like out of contention for being the absolute strongest. I think personally. I liked Deku's new haircut as well, even though it was like a purposeful, like it was because of his injury or whatever, because of the scar and whatever. Like I know there's a reason for it, and he's probably gonna grow his hair back. I mean, Uraraka said, "I hope it grows back," so he's gonna grow it back. Like, if it's to impress Uraraka, you gotta do it. Like, if she's like, "Oh, I like your hair long, it's cute," then he's gonna grow his hair long. And I don't blame him for that. If Uraraka was like, "Oh, I wish you were bald," I would shave off my head that day. But I think the sort of buzz cut on the side looks kind of great on him. It looks really cool. And I mean, I don't always love that haircut for a lot of people, but I think for Deku it works nicely. So yeah. Anyway, I think that marks that I talked about the episode for way longer than the actual episode was. That was probably a 35-minute discussion or something. I have to record a Spy Family video after this. Don't know how I'm going to have time to do that. Anyway, My Hero Academia. That was Season 8, Episode 9. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I will see you next time. Goodbye.